First of all, I motivate people to stop smoking when they come to the seminar, because some of them aren't motivated. That's the first half. We train them how to go into hypnosis. And then in the second half, we give them those hypnotic suggestions, which they are generally wanting, because not only did they come there wanting to stop, but if they didn't do that, then we've convinced them in the first half they should stop. We motivate them. So you're right. People generally will do what they want to do, but they won't do something immoral or illegal. I remember Ravine used to say, if it were that easy, I'd walk up to the bank and say, sleep, give me your money, and walk away, and that kind of thing. It doesn't work that way.
Would you say someone like Jim Jones had an ability to hypnotize the people that he eventually took down?
You know, they're using the cult techniques, and I have a list in my file of 22 cult techniques which can be used. Again, secluding people in a place and basically brainwashing them, it's a lot easier to do that than with hypnosis alone.
Can you hypnotize someone that does not want to be hypnotized?
Well, the best way to do that is to speak to them in a casual way and maybe drop words in and maybe do certain gestures. I could be talking to you, for example, and all of a sudden I might start talking about a time that I was sleepy and drowsy. Have you ever felt that when you're sleepy and drowsy? And once I get your attention, after a while I start blinking my eyes like that and maybe get your attention unconsciously, and all of a sudden your eyes may start to get heavy. Another way to do it is to hypnotize a third person, and that person watches. Now, the person watching is likely to go into hypnosis while they're unguarded, and just watching the person going into hypnosis. Many times the one watching will go in faster than the one being hypnotized. It's very interesting.
Think back to the last time you were driving your car for miles down the highway and said, how'd I get here? Where'd the time go? That's called highway hypnosis. They put curves in roads that are straight as a poker because they want to make sure people don't fall asleep at the wheel, fall into a trance.
Hypnotherapist Romane was 9 years old when he began using his abilities on his younger brother. What are older brothers for? Now he boasts of helping up to 1,500 smokers quit in just one night. His book, The Wellness Journey, claims to be able to teach people to control their tempers, erase fear, and even quit gambling. We now return to more of Laura Lynn Tyler's interview with Romane.
It's been 6 months now since I've had my last cigarette, and I feel fantastic.
The system, just like I say, I can't repeat it enough. It was painless. It was a way to quit smoking.
35 years ago, Romane took his hypnotic practices to the mass public and began entertaining and inspiring people across the world to get rid of their unwanted bad habits and be free. Romane believes there's nothing spooky about hypnosis, that it simply opens the mind to tap greater resources.
You have a brand new life. Congratulations.
I believe that these gifts that we use to help people, not only as the hypnotist, but the people within, we're releasing God-given gifts. It's not a strange and occultish power or anything of that nonsense. This is an inborn gift we have to concentrate our mind and make success and get rid of pain and so on, reach our goals. I always illustrate like this. You take a magnifying glass and you wave it in the air. Nothing happens outside. But if you hold it still and steady, we absorb the rays of the sun, we can start a fire and burn down a whole city. Similarly, when we teach people how to concentrate their mind, how to focus on what they really want, and get their attention in that way, then they imagine what they really want. Pain-free or numbness in the body in the case of pain, reaching their goals, imagine themselves as a non-smoker, imagine themselves relaxed without it on the telephone, relaxed without it in a vehicle, relaxed without it first thing in the morning. And we develop the images. It's not just that simple. We create them. For example, imagine the weight of the phone, the color of the phone, the feel of the phone, someone talking to you on the phone, congratulating you. We develop this image. And this ability, we all have it. It's God-given. But very few use these talents. The interesting fact is the subconscious, which is the powerhouse of the mind, looking after our breathing, our healing, and so on. So many chemical reactions going on, could go on and on. That subconscious does not know the difference between real and imaginary experiences. So if you present the imaginary success to the subconscious, then it starts to transfer to the conscious mind, and we start to feel they're in harmony. Person comes consciously, they want to stop smoking. Subconsciously, they're not sure. We have to balance it so they're in harmony, working together, and then they stop.
What is the difference between hypnotism then and meditation, or simply thinking positive thoughts? Is hypnosis a step past that?
To me, positive thinking is using the conscious mind. Meditation is a deep focus of attention and relaxation, and peacefulness and calmness, and we know that transcendental meditation has plenty of research to show the benefits in mind, body, and spirit. But in hypnosis, we generally decide on specific suggestions to be given, whether it's self-hypnosis by yourself or hetero-hypnosis by a hypnotist. You want to determine those suggestions before you go into hypnosis. So you're in an altered state, your eyes are closed, your body's relaxed, sounds become very loud around, all the other senses dull, and all of a sudden that attention on your thoughts becomes very powerful. You begin to see, feel, and think and act the person you want to be.
Just move your attention now towards your shoulders. Just let your shoulders relax. Let them droop, drop, sag, and fall. And now, I would like you to move your attention towards your lips. Just lick your lips.
This success thinking that's been pushed forward by great people like Earl Nightingale. We become what we think the most about. That is a part of our seminar.
Do you hypnotize yourself?
All the time. Before sleep, I'll relax my body, and often I'm asleep before I've gone through even half the body. If times are tough and stressful, it might take me a little longer, just like anybody else. But deep breathing is a good technique to start off with if people want to relax, or viewers. A few deep breaths in through the nose, all the way down to the bottom of the lungs. Breathe out through the mouth, maybe 3 deep breaths. Tense up the body, and then let go. And then just relax the toes and the feet and go upwards. Or you can go downwards too. But I prefer to start at the bottom and go upwards and then end up with the mind relaxing. So that's a good technique to use for sleep.
Have your critics ever hurt you? People who might say that, you know, perhaps it's fraudulent, or that it's wrong and people shouldn't, you know, release themselves to someone else?
Usually when someone does these types of things, it promotes the attendance rather than detracts from it. They'll publicize the event and people will get curious and they'll investigate. I've had things like that happen when I was doing the hypnotic shows, and they'd be sending out literature and brochures and writing to the paper and everything. It created such a ruckus that there's a huge attendance all the time when this went on. So it didn't hurt me. And it's basically people who are uneducated who don't know what they're talking about. You always say to them, have you ever been to the show? Have you ever been to the seminar? And they'll say, no, I wouldn't go to that. Because they are very ignorant of what's going on.
And do you think people are afraid of it?
When I first heard about hypnosis at the age of 9, I was afraid of it too. I didn't understand it. But all it is daydreaming and focusing your mind on goals and learning how to do it in a proper, powerful, focused way. You have to say, okay, where am I right now? Where am I going from this second? Where am I going from this second? Forget the past. It's history. The tomorrow, as I say, is a mystery. Live today, the present, the now. And that's where modern psychology is. Where are you going from this second? Where are you headed? And you have to put that in the back and learn from it and go ahead in the future. Help others, do your thing, and what you love to do. That makes you healthy.
And you see your purpose to help people, whatever their ailment, their addiction is. You're offering a solution.
I do it because that's all I know. I know they've asked some rock stars, why do you keep doing this in your 50s and 60s and 70s? That's all I know. And really, that's all I know is hypnosis. And I enjoy it. And I will probably keep doing it until I can't do it anymore.
Romane, you're a fascinating man. Thank you so much for spending some time with us.
And you're a beautiful woman.
Thank you. You bless me. Thank you, sir.
All right. Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
For more information about Romane, you can check out his website, vanceromane.com. There's still lots more of the standard